Well, good afternoon, YouTube. I figured I'd do a quick little video of the sound system I've got going on at the moment. I do consider myself a bit of an audiophile, probably a little bit more than a bit. I enjoy my music beyond belief. I love my music. If there's nobody else in the vehicle with me, my radio is cranked up 3/4 of the way most of the time, and I'm just singing along or just enjoying my music. A point where it gives you goose pimples and all that kind of stuff. Man, do I love music. Now, I'm not, I'm sure there's a lot more hoo-ha and Jimmy John to a full-fledged audiophile, but I just decided to finally take the plunge and put in an amplifier for my new speakers I just picked up. So now I know, an audiophile's gonna go out and spend, $15,000 to $20,000 on an audio system or something stupid. I understand. Trust me. If I could have gotten the top tier shelf speakers and amplifier and stuff like that, I would have. Trust me. But I did what I could afford, and this is what I'm coming up with. So, this truck never had the factory Bose system, despite, the door panels that I added after the fact and all that stuff. So, this truck just had the base audio, which had a woofer and a tweeter, and just a woofer in the back, no tweeters up front, other than in the door. So, what I'm doing is adding a mid-range, so I'll have a woofer, a mid-range there, and a tweeter up on the pillar like I've had before that I added. So, yeah, I try to do this as neat as possible. I'm sure some people are a lot more anal about it than I am. It's not going anywhere, so this is screwed down to the base, so that's nice. Power, ground's gonna have to run this way on the left side of the console, and then everything else is gonna run on the right side, and then tied up nice and neat, zip tied all the way around, and up under the dash, and soldered everywhere that connections are at. Like, I just had to fix the plug here, I added more wire, soldered it on, and soldered all these connections. That's for the tweeter. I got to run that up, and I also added a wire for the mid-range when that is ready to be installed, which is not going to be till hopefully tomorrow, because I did not have a big enough hole saw to get that sucker mounted. Oh my gosh, phone, you are just totally losing it. So there we go. So I am excited. I hooked them up to the regular door wiring with the little divider thing. You don't know what you call that. And this is where, a full-fledged, full-hearted audiophile knows all this stuff, knows audio terminology, and understands wattage and ohmage or stuff like that. I don't, okay? I haven't gotten that deep into it. And I know this is probably an audiophile sin, where I bought this stuff from Crutchfield on sale and open box, so I mean, it was a screaming deal. I just, I don't buy this stuff just because, money to burn or something stupid. So I said, I want these speakers, what's the best amp to get? He recommended a smaller one than what the wattage for the speakers is rated. And I'm like, well, so this one's 100 watt, the speakers are 80 watt. And I think my head unit is 40 or 50 watts per speaker. So I don't know because they sound great with the head unit. The head unit can crank them till you're deaf. But I don't fully understand what adding an amplifier is going to do to the speakers, because like I said, they go loud to make you deaf. So I don't know if it's clarity or crispness or something like that. I'm sure I'm just making audiophiles cry, but that's what I don't understand, type of thing. Now, this is a pretty huge undertaking in installing this, and a lot of people probably have audio shops install this, but my goodness, screw paying somebody when you can do it yourself. So It's not hard, and I have the stuff. I already had the speaker wire. I bought that from Radio Shack right before they went out of business. I got that whole rolled just dirt cheap, so. Oh, yeah. But, well, everything's kind of all over the place now. Where's the speaker box here? Give you a sneak peek at what the speakers are. Get the box out. Oh, jeez. So the Expert PS165F3. Now, you can see woofer, mid-range, and tweeter. So, I had one speaker kind of set up in the door, sort of. The other thing is, because here's the speaker. This sucker weighs like 5 pounds on its own, and that's no joke. And I'm a little interested to see the, you know, you can see the cone material is very different. And it sounds good. It kicks ass, let me tell you. But geez, the weight of this thing is just awesome. Now, here's the speaker I took out. These were $200. And they're just freaking trash. Plastic body, maybe weigh a pound or so. And, yeah. Look at that. Polk. I couldn't tell you the model number or nothing like that. Well, they're on the back. There you go. Component system, it's just a woofer and a tweeter, and I had that side going, I had this side, I had everything just kind of in my lap type of thing, listening to it, except for the door speaker. But I took it back out so I could do this and run the mid-range. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I have the driver's side little splitter thing in the center console because there's no room over here for such a big behemoth. That sucker alone weighs like 2 pounds. And then you look inside and you just see the copper winding. It's thick and it's big and it's just wow. So, but yeah, there's no real room to store that sucker. I already tried. So I was like, there's room in the center console in that little open area there. And then the passenger side I've got just kind of sitting over there. Not the Focal one, the Polk one. And that's just where it's not going to be on the floor, but everything's just kind of all over since I did the heater box. And oh my gosh. But like, it's just a huge undertaking having to undo the entire center console base from the console. But you see this open area here, and that's where the wires and the little box doohickey guy goes. And just gonna make the Audiophiles just scream in the comments. Oh my goodness. So, but I already, let's see, got the center console base right here. Got the glove box and stuff screws too. Let's see here. Oh, if I can figure out where the wires are going and whatnot. Come on, move it. Okay, so that's gonna go there. I want that running on the inside of the leg there. And it'll go there, except for, you know, it's kind of tweaked, so it don't want to really sit there, of course. Anyway, it all fits. Snug as a bug in a rug, and this is as far over, so the air duct comes down there. Ugh. So yeah, that's a load of fun, let me tell you. But the factory amp sat there, not anymore. Like I said, this never had the factory Bose amp, so whoop-de-doo, that's for sale on eBay. But yeah, everything's out in the open there, and I just got to run one more wire over to the door. Don't ask me why I didn't before I zip tied it. I totally forgot because I wanted to make this video. It's excited. So I got everything run that there, and I got the turn-on wire tapped and soldered in already, so that's good to go. It's just popping the radio in, and then I got to hook up the. And it kind of sucks because I'm pretty sure that I don't end up tripping over everything in my way. I'm pretty sure that this terminal is going to be way too small for the stud inside this box, and I don't have the fancy little terminal nuts and all that jazz, but it's a nice thing that these trucks have the little box. So I got to try and probably splice on a new end and hopefully go to town with that. But the ground I don't know if you saw it or not. It's going on the chassis stud right there for the dash. I figured that'd be a pretty good spot for it. It's not far away, and I really don't want to trim that wire, but I might end up having to. I might not, though, just because it's going to be kind of tucked up and run back, and, you know, so it should be fine. But, and then we've just got the wire coming out the back and the turn-on wire there, so I'm excited to see how this goes, and obviously I got to hook everything up, and I got to get all the speakers in and turn the sucker on and make sure that because that's 100 watt, speakers are 80. I don't want to blow them. I want to turn that down a little bit so it's equal with the rear, because the rears aren't power driven other than through the head unit. So that I'm going to have to do. But yeah, frick. I'm going to return these Polk because I'm within the 60-day return period. They're freaking trash, man. I got those. Those were an open box as well. And I'm 100% disappointed. I mean, they have no base. This foam rim is super duper stiff, so it has no base. And these ones, oh my gosh, they're as supple as a newborn's baby's cheek. Oh my goodness. You'd almost don't want to touch them. They're so soft, so supple. It's really nice, so I'm excited. I have focals in my red truck, just a 2-component system. The woofer and tweeter, but it has like a little vocal coil in the middle of the woofer. So I've got that. I've had that in there for a while now, over a year. Over the moon about it. I mean, it does everything I want it to. And I really was wanting a 3-component system, but the price is way more. I got my system in the red truck. Those are like $550 speakers. I should say were, because they were that model was being phased out, and they had them heavily discounted. I got them for $250 for $500 speakers. Frickin' rights. Like I said, I don't just buy this stuff just willy-nilly, like, oh, just blow $3,000 on a sound system. Like, no, we're gonna save some money doing it. If we can find a frickin' screaming deal, we will. It's just like with them speakers. I got them for a screaming deal. I got the amp for a good deal. Frick, you can't beat it. So when you can't beat it, buy it. So anyway, yeah, this video really got long pretty quick, and we are having tripping. The weather really got quite hectic real quick. I'm not even joking. Like, this is like a good freaking Kohanon 7 inches probably of snow. There's not a whole lot for comparison, but what can I do? Yeah, it's going on 7 inches in less than 2 hours. That's pretty nuts. And within the first 40 minutes, we already had about 4 inches. That's ridiculous. So it just really came down. There was nothing. I mean, everything was starting to melt. Today was like a 35-degree day. Melting. Just pile it on. But I get to use a snowblower I picked up pretty cheap. So pretty excited about that. I get to use it some more. So, man, am I looking forward to having this done, because holy crap, I started this last night about 5 o'clock or so. And, well, maybe about 4. Yeah, about 5. And so we're really getting this sucker crammed in. And don't judge on the trash, please. I mean, holy crap, I really hate it. Once everything is getting ready to go back in, we're cleaning it out, because obviously can't put stuff back in a mess. But how can I work in a mess? I don't know. It gets frustrating at times, trust me. So, but you know, I really want to just get this done and over with, and we're almost done. We're almost done. I gotta put the speaker back in, 2 screws, put the door panel on for now because I don't have the mid-range hole saw yet. And then I got to go over on the other side. I got to run the mid-range wire through the door, and I got to put the woofer in, which I probably have to drill 2 holes like I did over here, because every speaker has different freaking hole locations. And it was nice of Focal to give you these nice long slots for screws, but they're so deep that you can't angle a screw. They have to go perfectly straight in, and that's a problem. Like these holes were really quite close to where I needed them to be, but because those things are so deep, they had to go straight in, and they couldn't angle. I was like, God, really? How many holes do I have drilled in the door now? You should have seen the black truck. I think the black truck had a lot more. And this one, it walked over on me and poked through. And I was like, God dang it. So I had to drill a new one. Anyway. Looks kind of amateurish and hack job-ish, but I'll clean it up and it'll look great. Trust me. I really have been trying to take my time and make sure everything's done right because it's an expensive system nonetheless, but fairly expensive. I mean, it's nothing compared to the top tier Focal. I mean, that's like freaking $2,400 just for the speakers before tax. Oh man, would that be nice? And that's a 3-component system. People are putting that in Ferraris and stuff like that. I'm like, freaking rights. And usually people have the mid-range and the tweeter right next to each other, but I'm not really feeling it. Not really feeling it. I did think about it. I really don't like things obstructing my vision. So, yeah. And despite the hanging stuff, that's different. I mean, like, blind spot type of vision. So, anyway. Can't wait. This is definitely going to be worth it. Hopefully I notice an immediate difference with the amplifier, a positive one. I got to clarify. So I got to run one more wire and then a wire in the door and all that crap. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the comments. What have you guys done differently? And I'll keep you guys updated on the sound system. I know this is definitely something necessarily that not everybody wants to put on the internet, but you know, I don't see why not. That's a nice system. I like to show the work I'm putting into stuff and to show that I do like the finer things in life. I'm not saying this ain't the most expensive system. I got a screaming deal on it. So I actually bought the last one. That said low stock, and I was like, buy now. I really had to think about it, but I was like, frick. I hate these speakers I got, the frickin' Polk, man. $200 for those. Garbage. Complete and utter garbage. Don't recommend. For $200, it's just piss poor plastic garbage. So, yeah, very disappointing. Look at the driver on that sucker. Look how puny that is. There's like no weight there. Look at the driver on that. Oh, yeah. Talk about quality. Made in France. So, anyway, thanks for watching. God bless.